Hello again. I thought I'd show a video to help if you're struggling with metro tools and making things like a subway line. And similar principles apply to subways and bus lines and any mass transit. So let's just get started here. So I have an area here on my city. This is quite a large city. You can see it's just about maxed out on things. It's 254,000 population and 3 million in the balance in the bank. So it's doing well. So let's take a look at this area here, and it's called Evergreen Park. And again, it doesn't have much in the way of public transit in all this these neighborhoods. So look at the traffic again is good, but public transit, nothing. So here is our underground subway line right here. So what I want to do is put some more subway stations. This is a train line out here, and this here is a subway station. So we got an underground station there and a train line here and another metro underground here. These can be underground or on the surface, but I like to use them underground because it doesn't take up a lot of real estate that way. So I want to connect into these lines, tie into these lines, but make another loop around these areas. This is a bus line, this white area there. Let's start by putting some underground stations in. So thinking about this, what I want to do is take a loop, and I want to tie into this line so that people can, the citizens can make a transfer at this station and go anywhere in my city. If I make a loop that's all by itself, not connected, then they can't go anywhere else. So what I'll do is tie into this line eventually. So I'd have to think ahead about, okay, I want to make a circular loop here. So let's start right here and go in a vertical fashion on this street. Now I've put it in, and if I take a look, I've fortunately already have a little path there, which is helpful for these citizens to get into the subway line. If that wasn't there, I would make a path later. But anyway, I do have a walking path already in place. So I've placed one subway station there. Let's place some more. I'm going to go up in here. This might be a good spot. It's outside of that general neighborhood, but still within walking distance. I'm going to back out my view here. I want to go somewhere down in here, I think. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, there's a lot of big residences right in there, so I believe they're residences, so I'll put a subway line down there. And then they didn't like that because it blew away a building. So I'm going to keep looping around here. So back off and look again. So I'm going to make my loop up here, around here, down here, and then I think I'll tie back into this line and then go up again around in here. So let's do one right about in here somewhere. Take a look closer. Doesn't look like I'll blow away too big of a building there. Put one there. Yeah, they're unhappy about that. But they'll be happy when I make a actual connection. Makes them a lot happier. Alright, here we go. One up here. Maybe one up in this neighborhood. Alright, so I'm thinking my line will go up here, around here, down here, connect to this one again, possibly, and then go over in here, over, up there, around there, and connect back here. I want to make a loop here, so let's think about this again. Starting here, up here, around here, down here, and then back up here, over here, around here, and back here. I think that'll work. So let's start putting in our subway line. So we click on the metro tracks and then go page down to get underground. And then we'll just put a line right up here to that. And we'll connect this line here. By the way, I have the straight tool selected. I should have used the freeform track. It makes smoother turns. So, oops, what that did is it popped up to the ground level on me without me asking it to, and I didn't want that, so I'm going to have to delete that piece of track. Select the track tool and page down again. I didn't ask it to go to ground level, but it did it on its own. Okay, I want to make a fairly gentle turn down to this. There we go. Now I want to tie into this track, so I'm going to go here. Oops. If you right click the mouse, it'll go back to the starting point. To think about how this is going to work. So I want to tie in on a gentle curve. Okay. So I've got that one loop. Now I want to connect this loop. And so I've made a mistake here. I think I need to move this guy over because it's going to be hard to tie that in smoothly. So I'm going to escape out and go back to the view where I can select it. And if I click it, it has the option to move the station. So I want to relocate it. Relocate it over this way. There we go. Again, it complained. Neighbor complained, but that's okay. Back to the ground level, or underground level, and then we're going to just go right up and tie into this. And now, back out a little so I can see what I'm doing. Now I'm going to tie into this station. Tie in up here. Whoop, it went up went up above ground again and blew away several buildings in this process. But so I have to delete those. Not quite sure why it jumps above ground when I'm not asking it to, but we'll go back down, page down. And by the way, if I was going around another track, like say this is an underground track, I would have to go down lower underground or else come above ground with another page down or page back up. Anyway, connecting this and connecting this. Okay, now I've got two loops here, so I'm probably going to have to run two separate lines. So if I make this a loop, let me think about this. If the train starts here, subway, if it starts here, works its way around here, goes down here, comes back up here, back around here, goes down here. In order to complete this loop, I need a piece of track going like this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, now let's see if we can connect everything, or set stops at each of these stations here. So here's the tool. So I'm going to create new line. I'm going to change this so it's not green because it'll get confusing. So this line is showing up green, and that's going to be confusing. So click on my lines overview area, go to the metros, and get rid of these greens, change them to some other colors. Anything will do right now. I'm running out of color, so I have so many lines going here. I'll make it a brown. There we go. Okay, so I should, oh, there's more greens, but did it get rid of this? Not yet. So it was bothering me that I couldn't tell which line I was looking at, which metro line. It was very hard to tell because I had so many and the colors were repeated. So I found an easier way to do that. So I thought I'd share that with you. Easiest way I've found is use the traffic tool here that shows you, what traffic is going on, and then you can click on one of the cars that's landing in your station or on the line that you want to look at, and it'll tell you which line it is. This is Metro Line 26. Let's see where he goes. Yeah, so if I wanted to find out what this red line here is, that's number 26. Okay, so now I'm going to start a new line, and it always starts them green, so I want to watch the mouse here. I don't want to add a stop. I don't want to add a stop. What I want to do is create a new line, so I have to click somewhere where it'll allow me to create a new line. There we go. Okay, so it immediately shows up that, hey, you're not connected. It's because I have only one stop. So I'm going to back up so I can see what I'm doing. Add a stop here, add a stop here, add a stop here, add a stop over here, and up here. See how happy they are now? Add a stop here, add a stop here, come back down here, and complete the line. So now I've got this green line going this direction. You can tell by the arrows it's going around this way. Let's go the other way now. Add another line and go the opposite direction. Create a new line. Now add a stop here. Let's go just the opposite here. Here, 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 here. Oh, that's not a stop. Okay, here, here, stop here, stop here, and complete that line. I think we started here. No, I guess we didn't. Let me look here. Okay, I've got two lines going around. Two lines going around. Oh, so I messed that one up. So what I'm going to do, easiest thing I found is just to start over. So that must be the highest numbered line here must be, oh, I'm looking at buses. Okay, highest numbered line, let me change it by line, sort it by line name. Okay, that was line 34. See, it's incomplete. So I'm just going to delete it and start that one over. Yes. Alright, so let's try again with line 34. Close this. I'm not sure why I'm showing up two lines here. Let's take a look again. Buses, Metro. Line 33 has 4 stops. Okay, yeah, let's delete that one also, because that obviously I goofed something up there, so let's delete that. Alright, now we're back to one line going this direction. So if I just pay attention here again, I think I'll start over here so I don't confuse myself, and I'm going to go the other direction. So create a new line, start there, go down here, add a stop. This time I'm going to go, think about this, I'm going to go around here, let's see, I'm going there, up around here, and then back. Alright, so I added that stop, so add a stop here, add a stop here, add a stop here, here. I've already put a stop there going that direction, so I'm going to skip that one. Stop there, stop there. Okay, so now I have two lines going opposite directions with one stop in each place, and we're looking good. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up my animation here, accelerate time all the way fast, and let's see if this starts to get used. Pause here for a second. Okay, let's take a look at where those stops are. One right here, already being used. You see the little Sims going in there? I don't know if they call them Sims on this game, but the people are headed in. And I can see that I've already got a crosswalk here, so that's a good thing. They can get into the station easily using that crosswalk. And then they'll get around the neighborhood using these paths that are already in place. So that's good. Let's look at the other stations. Okay. Okay. They can come out of here and use the crosswalks at this corner. There's no need to put an extra crosswalk there that I can see. How do they get to this neighborhood? They can go from there, walk over here, use these crosswalks, get into any of these areas. So we don't need any more paths, walking paths for them. Here's another station. On that one I already had across the path so that they could get into the neighborhood here. Once they're in this neighborhood, they can walk anywhere in there. So we'll look at the next one. I can see how busy it is already. If you look down, look at all the people. So it shows you there was a quite high demand. Those are people waiting for the metro. So very busy. You can tell by all the people going in and out. So this was a good move, giving them this metro station. Helps them get into their neighborhood. Yep, a lot of people there too. The rest of the stations, some of them were already existing. Let's look at this one. They can cross this street right here, but I'm looking at this neighborhood down here. Here I might want to give them walking access to get into this neighborhood. I see that we have a path here. So yeah, let's do that. We have a station here, subway station, and so we need to get a path across here. It's going to blow away one of these buildings. This is a school, a high school, I think. And it's full of students, so we'll leave that alone. This is a public library, so we have to move that out of the way in order to get a path through here, but that's not hard. So these are just a couple of houses. So what we'll do is blow those away. I'm going to pause blow those away. Grab the library, or whatever it is. Move it over. Yeah, it's a public library. Okay, so I have moved the library over, and I'm ready to put a path across here. That'll help get the students from the subway to the high school and all the neighbors to get across and take the subway wherever they want to go. So to put the path in, this is not going to work to leave a house in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and blow away that house. And while I'm here, before I put the path in, I want to get rid of the zoning in here so it doesn't try to build another house right and interfere with the path. I'm going to delete that zone too. Okay, now the path tool is over there. I use the paved path tool. Go back page up. I don't know, I want to go page down there. And I just start it in the cell next to the road, and it should connect. Yeah. And I like to make them a little bit curvy just to make them more interesting. And connect right here. Okay, so now there's a path from that subway station to the high school. And then if they want to get into this neighborhood, they just cross the road right there, and they can use that path, this path. They can go wherever they want. So after I recorded that, I realized there were two things I wanted to show that I didn't. Looking at this subway station right here, you can see it's busy. Let me turn on the animation or the motion. So everybody that comes up to it, though, has to go out of their way to get to the station. They can't cross the street here because they don't jaywalk, or very seldom do I see them jaywalk. So in order to fix that, there was a mod that I found, and I'll show you where to get that. But here's what it looks like. It plugs itself in under roads, and it just says build crossing. So you select it and do that, and you've got a crosswalk. And if you watch the people, pretty soon they start to use it. Doesn't take them long. And there they go. That one looked like he got hit by a bus, but they're using the crosswalk now. So that mod that allows you to put the crosswalks is called Pedestrian Crossings, and it's by Spectra. It's a third party and developed this, and it works very well. It does give me a little message saying, well, let's see, this mod was not made with the current game version, may not work as expected, but it does. It works fine on the first version of Cities Skylines that I have. So the other thing that I wanted to add to my little video that I made was I noticed after I made those metro tracks and that I really made another mistake right here. So if we look at this and think about it, there is really no reason for this line to connect to that line unless there's a station there, and there is no station there. So I either will separate these two lines, or I'll add a subway station right here and add a new stop with it.